Hello everyone, welcome. So today we all are here with one of the very important topic in maths. Maybe almost or most of us are very scared of this chapter, profit and loss. So once I talk to you about profit and loss, it is so much based on the monetary matters. So whenever we go ahead, whenever we say that, okay, what is a profit or what is a loss? Basically, in the business part or even whenever in the lifestyle, we always talk about profit. So without going and getting very concrete into this, let us first have a small introduction to the chapter. I'll start this chapter with a story. I had a friend whose name is Dia. So Dia, she is a, she makes potteries. Okay, she makes potteries. She collects the clay and then she makes clay pots, and then after that she sells it in the market. So in front of her beautiful house she has a area where she is making the clay pot. Okay, she makes a very good clay pots over here. So she gets the clays which is there. Okay, and then she puts all the clay pots in for sun drying. There might be cups, there might be pots. Okay, so there might be many things that she would have made out of the clay. She's getting this clays and she's making pots out of it. After that, she is painting the pots. Once they have been painted, after that, she goes ahead and sells it in the market. Now, it is very important because she is from a very needy family. She has to earn for her living. So, at a very small age, she has started doing all this. Now, what is Dia doing? Dia is buying or getting the clays from, the river side. And then she has got this and she is calculating to make the pots. To make the pots, she is almost going ahead and have it's costing 2 rupees 3 per pot. Now she goes to the market and she sells the pots at rupees 5. Very good. Days are going good when she is bringing home 2 rupees. When she is bringing home 2 rupees. But what happens? There are days when the pots are not being sold very much. Okay, she had to reduce the cost of the pots. Okay, maybe it was very difficult for her to get the clays. Okay, or there might have been a damage. So a few of the damaged pots were there. So at an approximately that day she found that to make the pots it costed around rupees 6. But she has to sell it at 5 rupees because that is the market price. So what happened that day? There was a loss of 1 rupee per. There was a loss of 1 rupee per. So now, whenever she was happy, whenever she was happy and she was bringing home a very good amount, she told that there was a profit. Whenever she was sad and she had a loss, she told, I had a loss. So this is profit and loss. Now, to understand the things based on money, how do we say it? There are few terms which is there. So whatever the cost required to make the pots, she called it what? she called it cost price. She called it cost price. And whenever she was selling it, the what amount she is selling it, that is known as selling price. So this is CP and this is SP. Okay. Now, to tell you few things that we need to tell you is coming to the formulas which is there. Just I'll say very few formulas. So I told you I have something called as cost price. I have something called as selling price. So if the cost price is that means one can be either greater than one. So I have case one where my selling price is greater than the cost price. I told it is profit. And case two is what? Case two is when my selling price is less than cost price. This is where I say it is loss. So what is my profit? Profit is selling price minus cost price. What is loss? Cost price minus selling price. So I can always find the percentage, profit percentage is selling price minus cost price. I'll put the loss percentage together. This is cost price minus selling price. So the profit or loss, okay, divided by, this is based on what? This is based on cost price. And because it is percentage, it is into 100. So I can say profit percentage is equal to profit by cost price into 100. Loss percentage is loss by cost price into 100. So very simple formulas that I have to remember. Now I'll go ahead and solve few questions based on this. So let us come into the first question. Supriya has bought a clock. If she sells the clock at rupees 370, her profit will be, so has bought a clock, so selling price that I have is 370. Her profit will be equal to the loss for selling it at rupees 10. So this is whatever the loss which will be there if she is selling it at rupees 210. Let us calculate and write the cost price of the clock. So I need to find the cost price of the clock. So what is my selling price? Selling price is 370. What is my profit? Profit is the profit which is taken if it was being sold at rupees 210. Okay. So I need to find the cost price. So if I say here, if I selling, what would have been my loss? Loss will be 210 minus the cost price. Okay, very traditional method. So now if I say my profit, I told you what is my profit percentage? Profit percentage is selling price minus the cost price divided by the cost price into 100. So, or if here I do not even have the percentage, I can directly have the profit. If I talk about the profit, so I will have it in the form of selling price minus the cost price, right? So I will have it as profit is equal to selling price minus the cost price. So what is the selling price I have? 370. I don't know what is the cost price. What is the profit I have? 210 minus CP, right? So now getting the CP, I will have, so here I have a loss. So if it was being sold, so it is minus, it's in loss. So if it was loss, then it is nothing but, as it is a loss, it is nothing but, here it is CP minus 210. So this is equal to CP minus 210. So here what will I have? 210 comes this way, so 370 plus 210 is equal to CP plus CP, that is equal to 2CP. So 2CP is how much? 2CP is equal to 580. So what is the cost price? 580 divided by 2. So it is 290. So cost price is 290. Moving to next question. Suppose a shopkeeper has bought 1 kg of apples for rupees 100. So cost price is 100. And sold for rupees, selling price is 120. How much is the profit gain? So gain is equal to 120 minus 100. 20. Say, for example, I am twisting the question. Instead of profit, I am saying it was a loss. So if my cost price, so if I say I don't have the selling price, I am telling it is a loss of 10. So cost price is 100. What is my loss is 10. What is my selling price? 100 minus 10. That is 90. So this way I can go ahead and I can find out different values. Okay. The next, again, if I have to, I can search the profit or gain. I can go ahead. If I say in the next case, I am not given the cost price. I am given the selling price to be 120 and I'm given the, the loss is 10. Then I have to find out the cost price. What is cost price? So selling price is cost price minus loss, right? So what is my selling price? Selling price would be 120 minus 10, which is 110. Oh, sorry, cost price will be. So I can always go ahead just to give you a clear idea about the last question that I've talked to you about. So what are the details I have? I'm telling that I don't have the cost price. So I don't have the cost price. Cost price is unknown. I know the selling price is equal to 120. I know that there is a profit of rupees 10. Now what is it? For profit, profit is equal to SP minus CP. So if profit is 10, SP is 120 minus CP. So what is CP? 120 minus 10, which is 110. So this is the way I can keep on solving. Coming to the next question, here we have, I have to fill in this table with various data. So first one, I have what? I know the cost price. Cost price is 500, profit is 25, your profit percentage. So I will have profit or loss percentage I am going to find, which is profit or loss by CP into 100. Right. So now going ahead, I will have my profit percentage. For the first one, it is 25. Now it is profit. Profit means I am having SP minus CP by CP into 100. Okay, so this is the profit. So now if I have to find the profit, so SP minus CP would be profit. Okay. Now this I can always be writing as profit as well. Instead of writing this, if I write it as profit, then it will come in this way. Now 25 is equal to, I don't know the profit, but I know the cost price. 500 into 100. So X is equal to 25 into 5, 125. So what is my profit that I have? The profit is 125. So what is my selling price? Selling price will be 500 plus 125. That is equal to 625, which is equal to 625. Next question, I'll take it. So I have my cost price. Here it is loss of 7. So 7 is equal to the loss by the cost price 300 into 100. Okay. So what is my loss? So loss is equal to 7 into 3, that is equal to 21. Now the loss is 21. Hence, what is my selling price? Selling price will be cost price minus loss. So what is my cost price? 300 minus 21. So it is 279. Right? The next question coming to my cost price is 1250. My loss is 8. So 8 is equal to loss by 1250 into 100. So what is my loss? 8 into 125 divided by 10. Divided by 10. So this is nothing but equal to 100. 8 into 125 is 1000. Okay. So 100. So what is my loss I have? 100. So what is the selling price that I would have? 1250 minus 100, which is 1150. So this is 1150. The next question is a bit different. I need to find a bit different thing so that we will be finding out. So here I am given the selling price to be 23,000. Profit is 15%. So 15%. So I have the cost price. I need to find the cost price and profit or loss. So if I have the profit is what? Profit is nothing but selling price minus cost price, right? So I have the selling price, which is 23000 minus the cost price is not known. So if I have to calculate the profit percentage, what is it? 23000 minus CP divided by CP into 100. Profit percentage is what? 15%, right? Profit percentage is 15%. So this I'll have it as 15. So now 15 by 100 CP is equal to 23000 minus CP. So this is what? 1.5 CP, right? Sorry, 0.15 CP, 0.15 CP plus CP is equal to 23000. Now 1.15 CP is equal to 23000. Now what is CP? 23000 divided by 115. Right? So if I divide it, so 23, 115, what will I get? I will get this as 1000 and this as 5. So 5, this will be 200. So what did I find 200 as? 200 is my cost. Sorry, 2000 is my, 20,000 is my cost price. So this will be 5. So this will be coming to 23, and here for this is 1023. So I will have it as, if I have to close this, I'll close this to make it more clear. 23,000. So if I have to make this more clear, CP is equal to 23,000 divided by 1.15. That means 23,000 into 100 divided by 115. This is by 5. 5, 2s are 10, 0, 0. So this is 20,000. So here it is 20,000. That is my cost price. So what is my profit that I have? 3,000. Right? So this is the table which is being solved out. Now going to the next question. Hope this is clear. Going to the next question. If the selling price of 16 water bottle is equal to 17 water bottles, find the gain percent earned. So I can assume I can do this in a very traditional method, or I can just assume. So let us assume the cost of one water bottle is equal to rupees 100. Now, why am I talking about 100? Because I'm talking about percentage. So percentage base is 100. So what is the cost of 16 water bottles? It is rupees 1600. And what is the selling price? Selling price of 16 water bottles? It is equal to the cost price of 17 water bottles. That is equal to 1700. So in this case, what is the gain that it is having? Gain is having is 100 rupees. So if it is gain, so what is the gain percent? Gain percent is nothing but the gain divided by CP into 100. So gain is 100. What is the cost price? Cost price is 1600 into 100 I will be doing. So 100 by 16. So that will be my gain percentage. So I will have 4, 4s are 16 and 4 is 25. 25 by 4 I will have 6 4s are 24. 10 to 6.25 percentage is my gain percentage. 6.25 is my gain percentage. Okay. So just have this, so that in these cases I will take the base as 100. I can have easily taken the base as x, and I could have solved it in a very lengthy manner. It would have gone very lengthy if I was solving it in that manner. Okay, fine. So this is one thing that can be done. The next question I have is, a cycle was sold at a gain of 10%. Had it been sold for 260 more, the gain percent. Again, I will take the cost price of the cycle to be 100. Now, what do I have? The cycle was sold at a gain of 10%. So what is the selling price in this case? 110. Had it been sold in a 260 more, so if it was in 260 more, the gain would have been 14%. So this is in with 10%. So selling price with 14%, what would have been? 114. So what is the difference between 114 minus 110? It is 4. This 4, they are telling the change of 4 is 260. If 4 is 260, then 100 is how much? Right? So it's simple question. 4 is to 100 is equal to 260 is to x. So I'm just going and following it. So 4x is equal to 100 into 260. So what is the value of x? 100 into 260 divided by 4. So x is equal to 100 into 260 divided by 4. All right. So that is a cost price, because I told cost price is 100. So I'm equating it to cost price. Now 4, 6 4s are 24, 25. So what is it? 6,500 is the cost price. So very simple. Otherwise, I would have had to find taking x, considering x, and a bit of confusion. If you wish, I can always show you in that way. So that would have been a very lengthy process, but this is quite easy, and this can be done. Next. The next question, coming to the next question, we have it as, by selling a bouquet of for rupees 322, a florist gains 15%. At what price should he sell to gain 25%? Okay. So again, I am assuming the cost price here to be 100. Okay, now by selling a bouquet at 322, the florist gains 15%. So the selling price taking 15% into consideration is 115, and the selling price considering 25 is 125. So this 115 is equal to 322. So this 125 will be equal to x. Equated. So what is x? X is equal to 322 into 125 divided by 115. So equate it by 5. If I do 5 2s are 10, 5 5s are 25. 5 2s are 10, 5 3s are 15. 23, 1, 14. So 25 into 14, I'm having 25 into 14. That will be equal to 700 by 2, that is 350. 350. So the selling price will be rupees 350 for me to get 25%. See, otherwise I had to find the cost price and then again go ahead and find the selling price. So a simple process of this is easy. So the next question we come to coffee costing rupees 250 per kg. So the cost of coffee is rupees 250 per kg, and the cost of chicory is equal to rupees 75 per kg in the ratio 5:2. So coffee is into 5 and this is into 2. So all total how much I am getting? I am getting 7 kg. So 5 kg of coffee and 2 kg of chicory gives me 7 kg of the compound. So the cost price will be 1250 and here it will be 150. So the total cost price of 7 kg would be 1400. So what is the cost price of 1 kg? That is equal to 1400 divided by 7. That is 200. Now what is the selling price? It's told for 1 kg is 230. 230. Now, what is the gain or loss percentage? So I know it is gain because cost price is more than the selling price. What is the gain? Gain is equal to 230 minus 200, that is equal to 30. Now, gain by CP into 100. So gain is 30 rupees. What is the cost price I have for 1 kg is 200 into 100. So what is my gain percentage I have? 15%. Okay. The last question. So the last question, we'll have it. A shopkeeper sold 2 fans for rupees 1140 each. So there are 2 fans. So the cost price sold, the selling price of 2 fans is 1140 each. Okay. Now on one he gains 14%, while in the other there is a loss of 5%. So cost price. So for case 1, if I take the cost price, if I consider it as X, I'll have to find the cost price. I'm given the selling price. So